My dear students, now I am going to explain determination of order of reaction in complex reactions. Determination of order of reaction in complex reactions. Already we know that complex reactions means multi-step reactions. Elementary reactions means reactions which can take place in single step are called elementary reactions. Complex reactions means multi-step reactions. Reactions which can take place in more than one step are called complex reactions. See this one. In hypothetical reaction, A2 plus B2 gives rise to 2AB follows the mechanism as given below. A2 gives rise to A plus A, fast reaction, and this is reversible reaction. Next step, A plus B2 gives rise to AB plus B. This is a slow reaction. Next, A plus B gives rise to AB, fast reaction. Give the rate law and order of reaction. This is the given reaction. This is the given reaction. For this given reaction, this is the mechanism. This reaction takes place in 3 steps. First step, second step, third step. Or first elementary reaction, second elementary reaction, third elementary reaction. But all the elementary reactions do not take place with the same rate. We know that all the elementary reactions do not take place with the same rate. The elementary reaction which take place with the slowest rate, with the least rate, is called rate determining step. Rate determining step or rate limiting step, because overall rate of reaction is controlled by that rate determining step, rate limiting step, RDS. This is rate determining step because this is slow step, slow reaction. This reaction takes place in 3 steps. If we add these 3 reactions, we will get again this reaction only. See here, reactant side 2 moles of A is there, product side 2 moles of A. AA will get cancelled. Here B is there, here also B is there, BB will get cancelled. Then overall reaction A2 plus B2 gives rise to AB plus AB, 2AB. For this reaction, this is the reaction mechanism. For this reaction, give the rate law and order of reaction. See here, this is the rate determining step. So rate is equal to K into A concentration into B2 concentration. This is the rate determining step. Rate is equal to K into A concentration into B2 concentration. See, but in the given reaction, this is the given reaction. In this given reaction, this A is not there. That means A is reaction intermediate. In the given reaction, this A is not there. So we should eliminate this A. We should eliminate this A because this A is not, A is just intermediate compound. We should eliminate that. From this, we should eliminate that. See, for that, apply law of mass action for this reaction. This is reversible reaction. In that 3 reactions, this is reversible reaction. Apply law of mass action for this. Kc is equal to, Kc means concentration equilibrium constant. Kc means concentration equilibrium constant. A concentration into A concentration divided by A2 concentration. Equilibrium constant is equal to the product of molar concentrations of products to the product of molar concentrations of reactants. For this reaction, Kc is equal to A concentration into A concentration by A2 concentration. Then we can write A concentration square divided by A2 concentration. Kc is equal to A concentration square by A2 concentration. See here, from this we should eliminate this A concentration. See, from this I am writing A concentration is equal to here Kc is equal to A concentration square by A2 concentration. So I am writing A concentration is equal to, or A concentration square is equal to Kc into A2 concentration. But we need only A concentration because here A concentration is there. A concentration equal to root of Kc into root of A2 we can write. Then put this A concentration in this equation. From 1, rate is equal to K into, this is rate constant, K into, instead of this A concentration we can write root Kc into root of A2. Instead of this A concentration we can write this one. Next, B2 concentration. B2 concentration. Rate is equal to, here K is rate constant, this case is concentration equilibrium constant, both are constants. Otherwise I am writing like this, K into Kc concentration power 1 by 2 into A2 concentration power 1 by 2 into B2 concentration. Here these two are constants, both are constants. So instead of these two I am writing another constant, capital K. Let us take this is small k, capital K into A2 concentration power 1 by 2, B2 concentration power 1. This is rate law for this given reaction. This is rate law. Give the rate law and order of reaction. This is rate law. Rate is equal to K into A2 concentration power 1 by 2 into B2 concentration power 1. So order with respect to this A2, order with respect to A2 is 1 by 2, with respect to B2 is 1. Then overall order 1 plus 1 by 2, 3 by 2. For this reaction mechanism is given. By using this reaction mechanism, we should write the rate law or rate equation and order of reaction. See, first I have applied this rate is equal to, for this reaction, this is rate determining step, rate is equal to K into A concentration into B2 concentration. But in the given reaction this A concentration is not there, so we should eliminate this A concentration. For that, apply law of mass action for this reversible reaction. After applying law of mass action for this reaction, we will get A concentration equal to root of Kc into A2 concentration. So instead of this A, put this value, we will get this equation. So this is the rate law or rate equation. Overall order of reaction is 3 by 2. Next, one more example I will give. So next, second one. For the reaction 2H2 plus 2NO gives rise to N2 plus 2H2. The following mechanism has been suggested. For this reaction, this mechanism is suggested. 2NO gives rise to N2O2. This is reversible reaction. Equilibrium constant is K1 and this is fast step. N2O2 plus H2 gives rise to N2O plus H2, slow reaction. N2O plus H2 gives rise to N2 plus H2, fast reaction. By using this reaction mechanism, we should establish the rate law or rate equation. In that 3 steps, 3 elementary reactions are given. In these 3 elementary reactions, this is rate determining step because slow step. This is rate determining step or rate limiting step. Then rate is equal to K into N2O2 concentration into H2 concentration. So here the rate constant is given K2, so I am taking K2. Rate is equal to K2 into N2O2 concentration into H2 concentration. Take first equation. In that 3 element reactions, this is rate determining step. Apply law of mass, for this rate law, rate is equal to rate constant into N2O2 concentration into H2 concentration. This is first equation. In the given reaction, this N2O2 is not there. In the given reaction, this N2O2 is not there. This is the given reaction. In this reaction, this N2O2 is not there. So we should eliminate this N2O2 concentration from this rate law. We should eliminate this N2O2 concentration from this rate law. For that, apply law of mass action for this reversible reaction. Apply law of mass action for this reversible reaction. That equilibrium constant is given K1. K1 is equal to N2O2 concentration divided by NO concentration square. K1 is equal to, from this, K1 is equal to N2O2 concentration divided by NO concentration square. Then N2O2 concentration is equal to, see, from this N2O2 concentration is equal to K1 into NO concentration square. N2O2 concentration is equal to K1 into NO concentration square. Now put this N2O2 concentration in this equation. Rate is equal to, from 1, rate is equal to K into, sorry, K2 into, instead of N2O2 concentration, we can write K1 into NO concentration square into H2 concentration. Rate is equal to K2 into K1 into NO concentration square into H2 concentration power 1. So here these two are constants. Both are constants. I am taking another constant. Rate is equal to capital K, K into NO concentration square into H2 concentration. So this is rate law or rate equation. Here this K is nothing but K1 into K2. Here K is equal to K1 into K2. This K is equal to K1 into K2. Then order of reaction with respect to NO is 2, with respect to iodine is 1. So overall order of reaction is 2 plus 1, 3. Establish the rate law. This is rate law. Even order also we can write order is equal to 2 plus 1, 3. Third order reaction. This reaction is given. For this reaction, reaction mechanism is given. By using this reaction mechanism, we can write the rate law and we can determine the order of reaction. Next, I'll give one more example. Next problem. The chemical reaction 2O3 gives rise to 3O2. Proceeds as follows. O3 gives rise to O2 plus O. First step. O plus O3 gives rise to 2O2. O3 gives rise to O2 plus O. Oxygen molecule, diatomic molecule plus nascent oxygens are formed. That nascent oxygen combines with ozone and forms O2. This is slow step. Give the rate law and order of reaction. For this given reaction, reaction mechanism is given like this. Two elementary steps are there. These two. In that two, this is a slow step. Every elementary reaction has its own molecularity. For this reaction, molecularity is 1. For this reaction, molecularity is 2. But both the elementary reactions do not take place with the same rate. This is slow step. So this is rate determining step or rate limiting step. If we add these two reactions, we will get overall reaction only. This OO will get cancelled. O3 plus O3, 2O2, 2O3, 2O3 gives rise to O2 plus 2O2, 3O2, 2O3 gives rise to 3O2. See, first, this is rate determining step. Then rate is equal to K into oxygen concentration into O3 concentration. Here this nascent oxygen is not there in the given reaction. In the given reaction, this oxygen is not there. So this is the intermediate. For this reaction, this is the reaction intermediate. So we should eliminate that reaction intermediate from the rate law. Because in the given reaction, oxygen is not there. For that, apply law of mass action for this reversible reaction. This is reversible reaction. Apply law of mass action. equilibrium constant Kc is equal to O2 concentration into O concentration divided by O3 concentration. From this O concentration is equal to Kc into O3 concentration divided by O2 concentration. From this O concentration is equal to Kc into O3 concentration by O2 concentration. So from this, from equation 1, instead of this O concentration, we can write this one. From 1, rate is equal to K into, instead of this O concentration, we can write Kc into O3 concentration divided by O2 concentration. Rate is equal to K into, instead of O concentration, we can write this one. Next into O3 concentration. Rate is equal to K into, instead of O concentration, we can write this one, O3 by O2 into O3 concentration. These two are constants. I am writing another constant. Rate is equal to, instead of these two constants, I am writing another constant, capital K, into O3 concentration square divided by O2 concentration. This is rate law for this given reaction. Or we can write rate is equal to K into O3 concentration square into O2 concentration power minus 1. This is rate law. Rate is equal to K into O3 concentration square into O2 concentration power minus 1. So here order with respect to O3 is 2. Order with respect to ozone is 2. Order with respect to oxygen is minus 1. Negative order. Order with respect to O3 is 2. With respect to O2 is minus 1. So order with respect to one of the reactant may be negative, but overall order of reaction never be negative. Overall order of reaction is not negative. Order with respect to one of the reactant may be negative, but overall order of reaction is not negative. So here overall order of reaction is order is equal to 2 minus 1, 1. Give rate law and order for this reaction. This is the rate law, or this is the rate law, and order of reaction is 1.